And I said, that's not my lunch.
Today, we're going to be talking about why 3% is a big deal for all of us.
Consumers are very much heavy driven by women, and to have them not represented in the workforce in which we are advertising to is kind of a miss for most organizations.
Independent of income or ownership, women control the majority of spending in the household. Yet, only 3% of ad creative directors are women. So if almost all the messaging they're seeing was either created or green-lighted by a man, you start to think, wow, is there something being lost in translation here?
Were you surprised to learn that only 3% of creative directors are female?
I was very surprised.
I thought it was especially low.
I was surprised to hear there's only 3%. I actually wonder if something happens kind of at the grade school level, like high school, where this type of career path is somehow
Like selected out, kind of.
Yeah.
So I look at my sisters, and I think they always had kind of ideas of what they wanted to be when they grew up. And I think some of those ideas were maybe fed to them from kind of an old-fashioned and maybe a little bit of a stale mindset.
Yeah.
But that's changing.
We're trying to change it.
As a teacher, what I try to teach is that we're all creative problem solvers and we're all trying to engage in that process. So it really hurts me if someone makes it feel in any way, shape, or form that you really can't pursue your passion because of your gender, your race, your religion, your fill in the blank.
It's so much more fun, especially as a creative person, to have a lot of diverse perspectives working together, and the work is better.
So I thought I would ask you why you felt like it was important to be a panelist at this event, especially given where we live and that our gender gap is even worse than the norm.
Most of the reason that I think this conversation is interesting is that it's about the work. I mean, surely having more diversified leadership results in better work. You know, if everybody's trained to think the exact same way, then your work's going to be pretty finite and limited.
If you notice poor diversity at your agency, it's a business imperative, and approach it as such.
What do you think that we can gain from this as a community?
Well, I think just all of the agencies coming together is a start. I think this is the first event of its kind, and it's definitely for a very progressive cause that all the agencies and companies locally are sort of getting behind. So I think, based on the outcome of this evening, I think we'll figure out what's next.
Did you all pick up when you came in the 50 things list? It is all these little micro actions that, when done with consistency, make change. It is not that you have to scrap your agency and start all over. There are 50 things on that list that if you even did 10 of them, you will see a change in your agency around diversity. You can do better. No matter how bad it seems, no matter how small or big or old or new your agency is, there are ways you can improve on this issue. So I encourage you to just try to do a little bit better than you're doing now. Thank you.